So what does an American living in Japan eat at home during the week? Let's find out. Traditional Japanese food is still going strong, even with all the Western and global options popping up. A lot of it looks, smells, and tastes offensive because it's not what we're accustomed to. I personally like almost all the Japanese dishes and genuinely enjoy it for the taste. An additional benefit to traditional Japanese cuisine is that they are surprisingly good for your health. As proof, the folks who've grown up with this stuff are often living well into their 90s and even crossing the 100-year mark. How'd I do, guys? Not bad for an American making a Japanese meal, right? Oh my god, this whole meal looks so good. The first thing I want to do is not fillet it, but I want to take that spine off the fish. And what you do is at the tail, I grab it from the tail and I just lift it like this. Look at that. Whoa, and it just comes right off. And the meat around the bone, around these bones, are so juicy and tender. In fact, this is really good too. The skin on top of this. You can just eat it like this with your hand. And see, it's got skin on there. Wow, look at all the meat on this fish. It's incredible. This is one of my favorite fishes in Japan. It just comes off so easily. Look how quickly that came off. Look at that, it's really good. Let's try. It's juicy, tender, a little bit salty. Okay, so now, let's try the soup. Now you have to be careful with the soup because the mushrooms have this coating on the top. And it's really thick. It makes the soup thick, but it also keeps the soup really hot. And the tofu is just perfect. Wow, the miso konnyaku looks so good. I love the sauce that it comes with. Let's give it a try. It's got miso mustard vinegar sauce. It's a little bit sweet, but it's fantastic. Ooh, pickled radish next. It's crunchy, salty, and surprisingly sweet. Gotta eat it with rice. It's time for the natto. It's gonna be hard to show, but I'm gonna try to put some of this natto in the bowl here. But you know what? I'm gonna put it in the bowl first. You scoop up the rice with the natto, eat it together. Let's give it a shot. I kind of put quite a bit on here. Oh well, let's try it. Natto is a bit hard to describe. It has a strong yeasty flavor, sort of nutty and a bit bitter. But you know what's missing? I'll tell you what's missing. Japanese mustard in a tube. This is not like your American mustard that's mild. This is very spicy. I like more spice on mine. So in my natto, I'm gonna put a lot more. Whoa, it's going off the side. And then I just mix it up. Then it gives it more of a kick. I love it that way. See how goopy that is? Oh my goodness, here. Woo! That's better. It gives you a little kick up to your nose. Now, the last thing I want to do is show you how meaty this fish is. So what I did was I took all the meat off the bone and look, even the tail, you can even eat the skin on the back. Watch this. You can eat the tail. That's so delicious. It's crunchy. I love it. This is the rest of the skin on the back too. So it's really good. You can eat almost everything on here. Look at these big pieces of meat. They're so good. I feel so lucky being able to eat all this wonderful food in Japan. This is such a great meal with the rice, the natto, the pickles, konnyaku sashimi, and the miso soup. This is fantastic. I hope you all get to try this one day. Sukiya is the largest beef bowl restaurant chain in Japan. Their slogan is, save time and money. I like that, and they're very tasty too. Do you want to see their takeout menu? This looks so good. That raw egg really helps. Here, let's get a shot of this. All right, time to try it. I'm gonna use a spoon because the sauce is in there too. The meat is really good. It's soft and tender with the onions and the little spice on top. That 7 spice gives it a little bit of a kick. And the sauce actually from the meat goes into the rice. It's fantastic. Now, let's try the mozuku. All right, this is the mozuku. It's the Okinawan seaweed and a black rice vinegar. Let's try it. And it's cold too. Wow, you can taste the sweet and the sour in there. So I'm gonna drink it because I like that sauce. Wow, it has that sour vinegar taste. Makes you want to pucker your lips. That sauce is really good and it's really healthy for you. It's got a lot of fiber. It's a bit slimy, well, because it's seaweed, I guess. I love this meal today. I went to Mr. Donut today to get some dessert. And I found some very unusual donuts. We have beef stew and mashed potatoes donut. Wow, this is crazy. I never thought I'd see mashed potatoes in a donut. Look, one side has the beef stew, the other side has the mashed potatoes. Wow, the outside's really crunchy, and the inside, the beef stew and the mashed potatoes, it actually works. It's really good. Pizza! Look at this. It's mochi rice balls, fish eggs, and seaweed strips. Strange toppings, right? It smells good though. Let's try it and see. It's got a really fishy taste, I guess because of the fish eggs, and the mochi is a little bit chewy on top. It's actually not bad. A little salty, probably because of the fish eggs. There's no tomato sauce or Italian seasoning, just cheese on top. Wow, this one's really colorful. It has potatoes, bacon, spinach, and the little dots on top that you see, those are pepper. So it's got lots of pepper on it. Let's try this one and see. I really like this one. The pepper, you know me, I like spicy things, but the pepper and the potatoes really go well together with the bacon. That's good. We have here an egg salad and pork cutlet sandwich. Looks so yummy. Let's start with the egg first. Even though it looks small, there's a lot of egg salad on there. That's great. They even have seaweed flakes on the top. This is the deep fried pork cutlet sandwich. This looks yummy. They put it on bread and they also give you a pack of mustard. So I'm gonna put the mustard on and then take a bite. There's the mustard. That is outstanding. Wow, the breading on the pork is crispy because it's fried and the inside is really tender. The meat is tender and it goes well on top of that soft bread. And of course there's some seaweed flakes on it. They like to put seaweed flakes on everything. And now for dessert. The powdered sugar. It's caught in my throat. That is so good. After all, I'm an American, so I need my pizza and donut fix. My gosh. So let's see what this chao shu tastes like. Oh my gosh, that looks so wonderful. Okay, here we go. That is so flavorful. Let's take a look at that. Does that look good or what? Here we go. And by the way, in Japan, it's okay to slurp. When you're eating at a ramen store at home, they slurp their noodles with ramen. Not with spaghetti, but with ramen, it's okay to do that. Now, let's try the gyoza. That looks so good too. Wow, you see that? It's nice and crispy on one side, and it's kind of soft on the other, not so crispy at all on the other one because it wasn't on the fry pan. Now, I have a mixture of soy sauce and vinegar in here. Wow, soy sauce and vinegar. Dip it in. In Japan, they have wonderful lunch meals. It's fantastic. Public transportation in this area is excellent. Trains, buses, and monorails. But I can pretty much bike to anywhere I need to go. Wow, this looks wonderful. You can see the little fish shavings on top. They actually do a dance. Look at that. Wow, it's hearty with all that cabbage and it's really fluffy inside. The pork is nice and crispy. And that mayonnaise and that darker sauce, that's really good. It's a little bit sweet, but it really complements this well. This is delicious. So good. If you want to see more of Japan, please support this channel by subscribing and hitting that like button. Thank you so much. Sayonara.